Welcome to Outback Outdoors. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click the alert to stay up to date on all our new videos. Welcome to the Inspired Wild podcast, and I am excited today because I've got two amazing young hunters with me. I've had the privilege of seeing you guys kind of on your journey, your bow hunting journey, if you will, for the past 4 years, primarily hunting turkeys in Nebraska. So I'm gonna throw it to you first, Cole. Introduce yourself, your age, all that stuff, and then we'll kick it over to Canyon. He can do the same, and we'll kind of lay that groundwork. And then I want to jump right into last year's Nebraska turkey hunt.
Okay. My name's Cole Graham. I am 13 years old, and I live in McCook, Nebraska.
My name's Canyon Hosick. I'm 14. I also live in Nebraska.
Cole, kind of talk us through what happened. I know you guys got some amazing property that you guys hunt, and we've had some great encounters in the past, and we've got to see you, Cole, specifically have some highs and lows in the bow hunting, the turkey bow hunting realm. Talk us through this last year.
The first morning, I forgot my broadheads in the truck. And we got the blind set up and everything ready. And then I realized that I forgot my broadhead, so I had to run back to the truck and go get them. And luckily, I got back in time.
And where were you set up, Cole? Kind of describe what the topography looked like.
We were on a fence line, and on one side was a cornfield, and on the other side was trees and an area over there.
And were you sitting right on where they roost, or is this a transition area?
Transition.
Okay. So who was in the blind with you?
My dad and Garrett.
Now, you guys come from a pretty heavy outdoor heritage. Both of you guys love to fish, you love to hunt, you guys are active in sports, and you're pretty avid bow hunters. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah.
So take me back to Nebraska last year, and I think this is the fourth season we've done this. Can you talk us through that first morning and what happened from your point of view?
We're on a fence line, and we're probably maybe 10 yards apart from each other. And there was, I think you guys were on the side with the woods, right?
Yes.
And then we were on the side with the cornfield. So we stood there for we sat there for probably, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. I was able to get a little nap in. And so then I woke up, and about, I'd say 20 minutes later, we were just sitting there. I remember it being really cold out. So I was just kind of how it is in spring mornings. And so we were all just sitting there and just waiting. And then I was looking to my left, which would have been Cole's right, since we were back to back just a little ways. And so I'm looking to my left, and then I see this really nice tom come from just my right of the blind, probably 10 yards. And he's going straight out, so it'd be a shot from behind. So I didn't want to take that shot. And so we went out, and then he hit one of the decoys, and he just kind of messed around with it for a little bit. And then he finally turned broadside again, but not for very long. He turned broadside, and I drew back, but then he turned away again. And so I was gonna let it go then. And I just waited because I was pretty confident he was going to turn broadside again, and then he did at about 25 yards, and that's where I shot him at.
How'd you feel about your shot when you let it go?
Well, usually I'm pretty nervous by that time, but I had no time to be nervous because I looked out, and he was already it was a span of 5 seconds. It all just happened so fast that I didn't really have time to be nervous or like all jittery, I would say, because I was looking to my left and then I looked right and he was out there. So then he, like I said, I just drew back and he turned broadside a couple times and that's when I shot him. It all happened in probably 30 or 45 seconds. So I didn't really have much time to process what was happening.
That's a big one. Nah, they just took off. Man. Maybe I should always fall asleep 5 minutes before I shoot a turkey. You always fall asleep in a blind anyway.
And I'm sitting here with some good buddies. Colt Hosick, who is basically a good friend that we met through the Nebraska bow hunting banquet we used to do. And then you're also with Go Light, which sponsors us. Today we want to talk about kids and exposing them really to the outdoors, what that looks like. And so I gathered these guys together so we could kick around some ideas. Colt, who's your son? Introduce your son and the fact that is this the second or third year we've done this? Third year.
Third year.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, my son's Canyon Hosick. He just turned 13. So first year we didn't have any success. The last 2 years we've been fortunate to harvest a bird during this show with his bow. Last year was his first archery turkey. So yeah, it's been a very fun experience. If there wasn't challenges, if hunting was easy, it wouldn't be any fun. So
right.
We like the challenges. Man, are you shaking?
I'm gonna be dying. Did you see it? I don't know what that. If they were biting them, we did a death flop. Should we go check? I know, right?
He has a unique story with the bird he killed the other night. Tell us the story.
Yeah, so Friday morning, we called some birds in about 8:30 in the morning, and two toms were in our set, and he missed. Took a shot at the first tom and shot over him, and then the second tom was actually fighting with one of the decoys, and so he knocked another arrow.
Go. Yes. Go. He's wounded. Was it a lethal shot?
I'm not sure. His wing was hanging.
Oh yeah, it was hanging. He hasn't come around yet.
It made a pretty good shot, right at about 12 yards, and just unfortunately caught that wing bone, which tends to be pretty hard to penetrate. He's shooting 42 pounds and didn't quite get through it, but it definitely wounded the bird fairly bad. Didn't recover it, and always feel bad, whenever you do have a wounded animal. So we stayed in that same area the rest of the day. And knowing their path back to the roost, we kind of set up in that line, and we knew the wounded bird was still with the flock. We had seen him that afternoon with him. So fortunately, Canyon got a second shot at that bird Friday night, and it wasn't a close shot. It was what I thought was going to be a Hail Mary. Didn't have a rangefinder with me. I just told him to use his bottom pin as the bird walked by, and the bird was walking also. It wasn't still. So he released the arrow, and pretty soon smack, he hit. It's pretty incredible. Just it was unreal. He actually hit the bird in a good place and put it down.
No freaking.
And that was the bird that he had killed, or he had hit
that morning.
So that's pretty neat.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
That was literally the best. Serious. I let him. Oh my freaking. No way. Are you serious? Are you serious? He was right here.
The same bird from this morning. Does it get any better than that?
I don't know what to think about that. That was the best shot I've ever took with a bow, and probably your gun too. I can't believe that was a perfect shot.
My son's Cole Graham. He's 12 years old. He also got his first turkey last year with a bow when we did this show. One thing that I found that kind of building off the failure part of it that has made it a lot more enjoyable for Cole is at first, I wanted to be successful and I was very controlling, over the situation. Like when you sit up here, put the decoys here, do this, do that. And, last year deer hunting, I could tell he wasn't having a whole lot of fun. And so I explained to him where they bed and where they feed and let him pick out the tree for his tree stand and let him start having more control over his
that's a great idea.
hunt. And, man, he enjoys it so much more.
Yeah.
I just wanted him to have such a good time. I was way overbearing. And sometimes I probably still am, but...
I talked to somebody who was like, man, let him grab the box call. And
yeah.
I was excited, but I didn't think I was going to hit him.
You didn't?
No. And I hope he's dead. And I think I hit where I was aiming. I'm excited. I don't know where he is.
One thing I've kind of found lately is Cole and I were supposed to go deer hunting. I was going to pick him up from school, and we're going to go deer hunting. And he had made plans with his buddies to go get ice cream, and that kind of made me think. I thought, things are changing. Now he's 12 years old.
mm-hmm.
His buddies are becoming a lot more important, so I've really started trying to bring his buddies along.
Oh, yeah.
And, that helps his desire to go. And also I like trying to bring these kids that don't have a chance to go.
Right here. There's a hen and the dog's about 20 yards.
And then you got to take Charlie, which is Cole's friend, and he had some shots.
Yeah, he had a lot of shots.
But hopefully what that's going to do, though, is he'll see Cole's success, he'll see Canyon's success, and he's going to be, that will motivate him to practice and to, get everything dialed in. I heard a statistic that we lost last year 2 million hunters. Natural causes, whatever, death. And unfortunately, we didn't recruit 2 million. So that is something I'm fanatical about. Is I believe the most fertile ground for recruitment are these kids.
His dad said that Charlie sent him a text and said that he's going to come home and practice a lot so he's ready for the next time I take him.
See, you can't buy that.
Yeah.
I mean, and Charlie is just a friend of Cole's and the landowner's son that you've met, and he's never hunted turkeys.
No.
And so here we are, again, an extension of our hunting community.
Bullseyes. Let's go look.
I'm happy with that.
I am too. Let's do 2 more and make sure it's still on.
Okay.
Since we don't know where they're at exactly, we better kind of be quiet, don't you think?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, that works.
Nice. Awesome.
I got a 25-yard shot last year, too. Got a text Canyon.
Nice job, man. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
That was cool. That was really cool. Nice shot.
Thanks. Let's see if I shot it with the wrong arrow.
How beautiful he is.
He's big. It worked.
It got him.
I shot it with the wrong arrow.
Well, there goes your excuse for the first shot. Good, buddy.
This was awesome. He's big. He's huge.
We should give those to Uncle Dan.
Yeah, we're gonna make arrows out of those. For sure. Those feathers are beautiful.
Oh no! Oh shoot.
Thanks for watching Outback Outdoors. We encourage you to comment below, and as always, like, subscribe, and click the alert to stay up to date on all our new videos.